honestly, like, I think right now, like, people in, like, Kabul, like, they actually have better communications than I do right now to the outside world. Can you help us? So we got Ian Cameron on the radar. And we've got Jason B. Tackefin. We're going to talk baseball. We'll talk football. We'll talk NFL football. Hey, listen, if you wanted Cam's golf picks, then you should have tuned in to Game Time Decisions tonight. And we'll get into the updated baseball odds, division odds, standings, and everything else in between. Another really interesting night on the diamond. And what's been a great year, actually. It's been a great, put it this way. There's been baseball seasons where the night before NFL is kicking off, I haven't been talking about baseball. I'll tell you that. Where I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I've had enough. Like, man, there's been summers where I've hated baseball by the end of June. The late night anger management class. This is Sports Rage. I am Morency. The telethon continues as we throw it down. We're broadcasting live from the Badlands of Springfield. You know that little shack that Krusty the Clown was in? That's what we're doing here. I've got Professor Gascan, and we've got Professor Gascan and Cousin Sunglasses in the house with us. Cousin Sal, he's TV only. We got Cousin Sunglasses this evening, and Professor Gascan, and Ian Cameron. And Ian Cameron, a.k.a. Babano, will step up. And then we got Jason B. Tackefin as well. As I'm sure you're all aware that today was the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame induction. I mean, how would you have not have known? How would you have not have known, considering all of the publicity, all of the ads that they put out there? Like, honestly, for the love of God, like, seriously, we sit here talking about sports every night. We talk about baseball nightly. We follow the sport religiously. We love the sport. I don't know, like, who the hell knew that, like, it was like, why, like, really? It's one of those where, like, I'm almost at a loss for words to, like, to where to start from this. So Derek Jeter, you know Derek Jeter? At least this was from a couple of years ago. And I doubt anything's changed, actually, although maybe Ohtani, maybe, but no. So, like, you know, they have those, like, Q brand rating things. And it's basically like, do you know who this person is? Simple as that. You don't have to, like, know, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a recognizable, do you know who this person is? And the number one baseball player was Derek Jeter that was alive. Like, people knew who Babe Ruth was. And then it was Derek Jeter, and then nobody. Like, if you guys, like, some of you might remember the study in which basically it was discovered that Kenneth Farid of the NBA bench player, had a bigger Q brand rating. Like, basically the average person knew who Farid was, knew who more than Mike Trout was. Like, that's a problem. Because the sport itself is good. The sport itself of baseball is awesome, all right? It's been a great, this has really been one of the best seasons ever. You know, besides all the whining and stuff, like, the ball, and they're using glue and surfboard wax and all this type of crap. Whatever, man. The season's been great. It's just sped by, and there's only a couple of weeks left. There's a lot of drama left.
20 seconds.
Yet, you have, like, one of the greatest players of all time in Derek Jeter gets inducted into the Hall of Fame on a Wednesday morning / afternoon on a work day. Yeah, like after Labor Day weekend. Makes perfect sense, man. Bring it.
You gotta admit, we make it stupid easy for you. Just listen. You get expert information 7 days a week. We're beginning to think you ought to share. This is the Sports Grid Radio Network.
This is the Technology Minute with George Capalbo.
Elon Musk's new 5'8" humanoid robot project, codenamed Optimus. AI robots at Tesla and maybe your house, based on Tesla's autonomous self-driving car tech, intended for dangerous, repetitive, or boring tasks.
Can I be of service, sir?
So, what does this mean for us humans?
We can coexist, but only on my terms.
Or even...
Good. That too. Rudder. Nikto.
Elon says not to worry, you'll be able to outrun or even knock down your testy Tesla bot. But Boston Dynamics, purveyors of nightmare-fueled biped robot YouTube videos, think slow robots are an ominous joke.
In a few years, I'll move so fast you will need a strobe light to see me.
Sweet dreams. Follow me at Chico Palvo on Twitter and stay tuned to The Technology Minute for more cool stuff like this.
Know someone with a drinking or drug problem? Learn how to get sober after we share these stories.
I was 35 with 2 beautiful children when my life and addiction started to spiral out of control. After my divorce, I went into a depression cycle and started drinking more often and using prescription drugs. After my second DWI and arrest, my ex-husband threatened to take our children away from me.
I was 17 when I became addicted to heroin and meth. I thought I could quit on my own, but I couldn't. It hit me when I was arrested.
Get sober now. Your private insurance may cover costs and we'll get you here. It's simple. Just call Elite Rehab Placement right now. Please, don't wait. Your life matters to us.
800-959-6348. 800-959-6348. 800-959-6348. Call right now before it's too late. That's 800-959-6348.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
You're listening to Sports Rage Late Night with Gabe Morency on Sports Grid Radio, Sirius XM Channel 204.
Hitting is not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity v in relation to the trajectory t, in which g, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Now, who are you again?
George Costanza, assistant to the traveling secretary.
You're the guy who put us in that Ramada in Milwaukee.
You want to talk about hotels? You want to win some ball games?
You won the World Series.
6 games.
The late night anger management class. This is Sports Rage. I am Morency. It's the Wicked Wednesday. Although not quite the Wicked Wednesday. It's not quite the same. It's like Christmas time without Santa Claus. How can you have a Wicked Wednesday without the Raging Redhead, Cam Stewart? So Cam will not be with us this evening. You know what? And God bless him. God bless him. He is, I see him on Twitter right now. He's been on standby. It's almost like a plane. All right, he's been on standby, but unfortunately, we can't make it happen. It's like the laws of gravity or something. It's like it can't happen. It's not happening. I feel like basically I'm telling the kids like there's a divorce. Sorry, kids, we're getting divorced, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So yes, Cam, I'm a bearer of great news tonight. Hey, Babano will be with us. That's always interesting. Babano will join us at level 2. We got Jason B. Tackefin a little bit later on. And so, of course, we just heard the clip of Derek Jeter, although you can barely hear it. I think it needs to be louder. But the clip of Derek Jeter and George Costanza, when Costanza's got all smart and he's teaching them how to hit, and he says, well, we did win the World Series last year. Yeah, in 6 games. So Derek Jeter gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, and, you know, Jeter really is, you know, he's one of those sort of like iconic superstars, one of those guys that people, transcended sort of the sport and stuff. Like I said, when you saw like Derek Jeter, you know what I mean? Derek Jeter sort of got his name in there with like Jordan and Gretzky, and he marketed himself incredibly well. He branded himself incredibly well. Yeah, it's amazing to me that this was it. And it sucks for everyone else, like Larry Walker, right? And Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons just happy to get in. Marvin Miller's happy to get in. But like Larry Walker, you go in with Derek Jeter. So Derek Jeter was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Only one voter didn't vote for him when the ballots were cast. Jeter said today, "Thank you to the baseball writers. All of you, all but one of you." And if you're gonna vote for this stuff, you should put your name on it. That's the whole thing. It's like anonymous. Like, what do you mean it's anonymous? It's a stupid baseball vote. Like, honestly, like society, we talk about the stupidity of society. Like, really? What's anonymous about this? I